The House Judiciary Committee has, for the last 2 years, gone around the country trying to gain a perspective on the growing crisis. In each location, whether it's Texas, Arizona, all the way up in Ohio, Maine, or here on the border of California, we have sought to find individuals who will understand and who are impacted by it. Today we are pleased to have Mayor John Minto, the City Manager Maureen Best, and the entire City of Santee staff at the hearing. Santee is a border community, as is El Cajon, Chula Vista, and Alpine, and many other cities in and around my district. They know firsthand the impact. We also have representatives of law enforcement, not from the border, but the border doesn't end just at the line between Mexico and the United States. We're pleased to have Undersecretary Sharp, who is from what wouldn't be considered a border district, except in Riverside, we actually have a secondary border crossing that every day deals with people who get past the first border, and that number continues to grow. This hearing has the purpose to highlight the unique challenges we face in San Diego and, as I said, Riverside communities as a result of the unprecedented border crisis which began in 2021 and today has displaced what would otherwise be openings in housing and jobs of more than 14 million Americans. Illegal immigration is something that is used lightly. We're not using it lightly. The fact is that there are, among the millions who have come here illegally, there are people legitimately seeking asylum. There are people who legitimately, more than 1 million a year, who have gone through the process to come to America legally. It is our goal to restore the rule of law and to, in fact, recognize that we can have immigration in our country, we can have prosperity for all, but we can only do so if we can control our borders. Today we will also become acutely aware further of the impact of crime, whether it's the growth of illicit drugs, including fentanyl, or the border crime now that goes back and forth, including the trade in human trafficking. This hearing will tell the truth directly from people who will testify as to their experience of what the difference between the last administration and the policies of the last 3.5 years and how they have influenced them. On day one of the administration halted border security. As a matter of fact, I was a witness 4 years ago to the administration stopping the construction of the last phases of the new border here. And as a result, the border fence was not completed, and even today is not completed, but was not continued as the materials rusted and the world became aware you could just walk into America. We will try to keep decorum here. We will try to make this not partisan, but there's no question at all there's a right direction and a wrong direction, and it's clear we'll hear from the testimony today that we've been going in the wrong directions. Too many stories for too long have not been told. It's the reason we brought people here today, and I want to note that none of our witnesses are in fact political appointees. None of our witnesses here today are per se partisans. We have nonpartisan mayors. We have our district attorney. We have people who, in fact, represent people without a partisan persuasion and, in fact, whose only interest is the welfare of their community and the safety of that community.